Beneath the relentless heat of the African sun, in a small, quiet village, a child was born. But this wasn't just any birth. It was accompanied by signs so unusual, so profound, that the village elders couldn't help but whisper. They gathered in hushed circles, their faces etched with a mixture of awe and apprehension. They spoke of prophecy, of a long-awaited arrival. This child, they believed, carried a purpose that stretched far beyond the boundaries of their humble village. He was destined, they said, to reveal the true way of God, a path that generations had lost amidst the noise and confusion of the world. From the very moment he drew his first breath, it was clear his journey would not be easy. A strange darkness seemed to cling to the edges of his life, a shadow that sought to claim him before his story could even begin. Sickness, sudden and severe, struck him time and time again. It was as if unseen hands, driven by fear of the light he carried, were desperately trying to silence the melody of his future. Fevers would rage, his small body would weaken, and the villagers would hold their breath, praying. Yet, each and every time, against all odds, the boy survived. He would emerge from the brink a little stronger, his eyes a little brighter. His incredible resilience became a living testimony, a quiet but powerful declaration that no amount of darkness could ever extinguish a light that was divinely placed. As the years passed, the boy grew, and so did the unmistakable aura around him. By the time he reached the age of 12, his presence was undeniable. He wasn't like the other children. While they played games in the dust, he would often sit with the elders, listening and learning. And when he spoke, his words held a weight, a wisdom that seemed to flow from a source far beyond his years. He spoke of truth, of kindness, of a connection to the divine that resonated deep within the hearts of those who listened. His words were like a cool drink of water in a parched land, stirring souls and bringing clarity. But this clarity also unsettled those who thrived in deception, those who had built their power on keeping others in the dark. The people of the village, and soon those from neighboring lands, began to see him differently. He was no longer just a boy who had miraculously survived a difficult childhood. They saw him as a messenger, a vessel for something greater. His life was a living mystery, a divine riddle unfolding right before their eyes, designed not just for them, but for the entire world. Each day, his purpose seemed to awaken something new in the people, a longing for truth they didn't even know they had. But a destiny of this magnitude is never without danger. The path of a messenger is often paved with trials. The very same forces that had failed to destroy him in his infancy were not gone. They were merely regrouping, watching, and waiting. They saw his growing influence, they heard the power in his words, and their fear turned to malice. They began to prepare greater tests, more subtle and dangerous challenges designed to break his spirit and derail his mission. The shadows were gathering once more, this time not against a helpless infant, but against a young man whose light was beginning to shine too brightly for them to ignore. His journey, the one whispered about by the elders on the day of his birth, was truly only just beginning. The real trials were yet to come. Thank you for watching. If this story stirred something in you, please like, share, and subscribe to follow this incredible journey as it unfolds. Stay tuned because the next chapter will change everything.